Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your United Uncle. Hope I found you well. Today we're discussing about the Fulham game. That is Fulham against Manchester United at the Craven Cottage. And we're also going to discuss some of the points which Ruben Amorim said on his press conference. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share as we start. Fulham is now a very good team, a very competitive team. As you can see by the position in the Premier League, Fulham is on position 10 with 33 points. And surprise, surprise, Manchester United, we've got 26 points. So which means Fulham is 7 points against Manchester United. Who knew that after 22 or 23 games, Manchester United will be 7 points behind Fulham? Manchester United will be on position 13. Who knew that that is possible? But it's happening. A great giant is falling, but will rise again. So this is a must-win game. Because imagine we lose the match, Fulham gets 3 points, and it's now 10 points ahead of us. So which means we need 11 points to be ahead of Fulham. So that one need to be non-start. And remember, in front of Fulham, we've got the likes of Newcastle, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest. We're not even talking about the big teams, the so-called big teams, the Chelseas and stuff. This is a difficult season. That's why last time I said Manchester United, we just need to concentrate on the cups, the Europa game, and the Europa Cup and the FA Cup. We just need to win those cups. The Premier League, let's forget about it. As long as we don't get relegated. But about top 6, top 4, forget about it. That thing is gone. Our last game against Fulham, we won the match 1-0. If you still remember, it was the debut of Joshua Zirkzee. He scored in the dying minutes, and he was introduced to the Old Trafford crowd during that match. If you still remember, we won that match 1-0 at Old Trafford. We've done well in the previous matches. We cannot say we've done bad against Fulham. I've talked about Kanacho last time when he scored. Even if you check the results, our results have been good against Fulham. We can't complain. So I expect a 2-1 win again. Bruno is involved, either a goal or an assist. I expect a 2-1 win tomorrow night. Fulham in the last 5 games. In the last 5 games, they've got different results, which is 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 lose. In their last match, which they played against Leicester, you remember Ruud van Nistelrooy is the coach of Leicester City. They won 2-0. So they've got a bit of a momentum. Us in the Premier League, we lost. If you still remember, we played against Brighton and we lost 3-1. So this is a must-win match. We cannot afford to continue losing matches in the Premier League. Otherwise, instead of fighting for top 6, we're now fighting for relegation. So this is a must-win match. Predicted lineup for Fulham. We've got in goal Leno, and the defenders Robinson, Bassi, Anderson, and Castani. And in midfield, we've got Lukic and Sanderberg. You remember Sanderberg, we were supposed to buy that guy. But a lot of people complained, no, he's not up to it, he's not a good player. But look at what he's doing at Fulham. In attack, we expect to see Iwobi, Smith-Rowe, Wilson, and the central striker, Jimenez. Fulham, if you look at the substitute bench, they've got the likes of Traore and Pereira. I don't know if Traore is not playing tomorrow, because Traore has got a bone to chew with Martinez. Remember last time against Martinez, when Martinez pushed Traore out of the ground, and he tweeted that he sent Traore to the gym, and Traore replied that I'm gonna see you next time. So that is a matchup to watch. If Traore is gonna play, me I believe Martinez is gonna play. I want to see who become the winner there. But hey, Adayo Traore is a big guy, so I don't know. We have to wait for that. I want to see that matchup. It's gonna be a nice one. If one doesn't get a yellow card or a red card. As of Manchester United, my predicted lineup, I would, if it was me, if I was given a chance to be the coach one day, in goal I'll put Baindia. That is the person I'll put. But as of the coach, I think he's gonna go to Onana. But for confidence wise, what if he doesn't put him, it means like he's choosing the other one. You know, all those sort of nonsense which people talk. But if it was me, I'll put Baendia. I believe Baendia has got a momentum. I believe Baendia is more confident now than Onana. I would like to try Baendia in a game which we regard as a very important game. That's how I would do it. In defense, the back three, I'll put Maguire, Delete, Martinez. But for Delete, it's subject to his injury. They said it was just a bruise. So I don't know if he's okay to start. But if he's not okay to start, on that position, I'll put Mazarawi. So which will be Maguire, Mazarawi, Martinez. But if Delete is okay to start, I'll put it like that: Maguire, Delete, Martinez. Then on the wingers, the left wing back and the right wing back, it will be Dalot and Mazarawi. Like what I said again, it depends with what is happening with Delete. If Mazarawi move to defense, it means there on the left back, I'll put Malaysia. That is our only fit left back. Or he might opt for, remember Victor Lindelof, you still remember that guy, he used to play for Manchester United, he is back in training now, so he might opt for Victor Lindelof. But for me, if Delete is not fit, Mazarawi will play in the back three. Then on the left back, I'll put Malaysia, then right back Dalot. Are you still with me? I hope I'm not confusing you. The central midfielders, once again, I'll say Toby Collier needs to start. Ugarte partnering him. The attacking midfielders, I'll say Bruno and Ahmad. Then the striker, I'll put Joshua. But if these rumors we are hearing that Hanashi want to go to Chelsea, what, if that rumor is true, I don't think Hanashi will be involved tomorrow. But if it's a fake rumor, I would love to try Garnacho as the striker there. Alone up front, running around where he doesn't need to pass to anyone like what he always do. So if the rumor is true that he's going to Chelsea, it means I'll put Zesk. But if it's not true, I would like to try Garnacho up front. I believe he can do something when he's the one who's leading the attack. So all in all, with no problems, no rumors, no injuries, my lineup is Baindia, Mogaya, Delete, Martinez, then Mazarawi and Dalot, Collier, Ugarte, defensive midfielders, Ahmad, Bruno, then Joshua, Zesk. That is my 11. But I don't know. The coach will think otherwise. But I'm expecting a good game. Manchester United always play well when it's away. The nerves will be down. So I believe we're going to play well. 2-1, the win. We can't keep a clean sheet, but we're going to win tomorrow. That's how I see it. Talking about the coach, Ruben Amorim, when he had his presser about this game, he said all the players, they need to have a feeling of belonging, that they belong to the team. The more you have that feeling that you belong to Manchester United, the more you play well, the more you're comfortable, the more your nerves are down. So that's what the coach is saying. Some of those players, they don't have that feeling that they belong to the team. They take it as a job, they take it as a work. They need to feel that they belong to this team. And you also say that preseason is very important. You remember your uncle, United uncle, I did a video about preseason. And surprise, surprise, the coach is talking about the importance of preseason. If you didn't see my videos, check the video about preseason. I've got a lot of videos. Please go through my videos. I'm talking a lot of things which make sense. Forget about the lighting, forget about the editing. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm sure you learn a thing or two. But when I'm wrong, be free to comment and correct me where I'm wrong. I talked about preseason. Amorim is talking about preseason. He's saying we need a preseason. Preseason is not about tactics. It's about building that friendship, building that teamwork. You know, this thing, to have this togetherness. He said also the coaches, the players need to see him on another side. The other version of Ruben Amorim, whereby not about tactics, not about fighting only. The other version of Ruben Amorim. So he talked that preseason is very important. He talked about also where they stay after and before the matches. There's this rumor that the players, soon after the match, they go. They are no longer staying at the hotels like what they used to do way back. So he talked about those things, those small things that you sleep with a teammate, roommates, sharing, talking about the game, forget about the family a bit. He says those things are important for the team to win, to build a relationship. That is what the coach said. And he was asked about Casemiro. He said why Casemiro is not playing. He said he prefers people with the characteristics of his tactics. So in other words, he's saying Casemiro doesn't suit his tactics, his style of play. We all know that Ruben Amorim, he likes people who've got high energy, people with high speed. And Casemiro, I like his brain, I like his thinking, but it's like his energy and speed, they have gone. His energy and speed is now low. So if you check in 12 games, Casemiro only started 2 in the last 12 games. It says a lot. But I don't know, Casemiro, since he's on a high wage, is there a team which is going to afford to buy Casemiro? That's a question mark there. I don't know. He was asked also about Bruno. He said Bruno is a top player. Bruno, you've got 2 sides. I also did a video about Bruno. I don't know, these journalists, are they asking what I'm talking about or what? I did a video about Bruno. You should check it also. He said Bruno has got 2 sides. There's a side you see that is always complaining, shouting, and what, and other players, they don't like it, like how I said it. Then there's the side of Bruno, who's always show up when you need him. He's always there when you need him. Captain Fantastic. He always deliver when you need him. The Bruno who works hard. The coach said that there's 2 sides, but a lot of people decide to see the other side of Bruno, the complaining one, Bruno, the mourning Bruno, not the hard worker Bruno. Amorim said that. He talked about the injuries. Euro, he's got the injury, he felt something. Delete, he felt something, so they didn't want to risk. But judging from how he talked, it means Euro, I don't think Euro will be able to play. But Delete, he just said it's just a small bruise. So I believe Delete is going to be able to play if he's not starting on the bench, but he's supposed to be there. He talked about the injuries. He was also asked about Luke Shaw. He said Luke Shaw have started individual training, so he still needs some time to train alone. Then he joined the team. So I believe we still have got 3 or so weeks. Luke Shaw not here. It's very unfortunate to be Luke Shaw. He was asked about Mount. Mount is nowhere to be found. Those injuries, I believe those guys are broken deeply. Emotionally, they are finished. Because imagine you are trying to play a match. The moment you want to play, you are injured. The moment you want to do this, you are injured. The moment you want to do this, you are injured. Those guys, they must be affected emotionally. But life goes on. It's like that they're getting paid. There's an agreement that even if you're injured, you get paid, your salary comes, although you don't get the match bonuses, the winning bonuses and things like that. But your weekly wages, you get them. He was also asked about the keepers. He said it's a plan. It was a planned thing that this keeper is gonna be in goal for the cups. This one is gonna be in goal for the leagues. And he said he hasn't forgotten the mistakes about Onana. But for now, it's about rotation. It's not about merit. He wants all the keepers to have equal time so that he's able to choose which one is the best one, which one is the good one. So when he was asked about Onana, and he's also still talking about his mistakes, about the things he said about being the worst team ever. As of me, I don't think it's a mistake. I don't believe it's a mistake that he said Manchester United is the worst team ever. Statistics are showing us that Manchester United is the worst team ever. These players are the worst in terms of statistics. But sometimes we forgive them because the conditions and situations have forced to be like this. Remember, with the owners who were not caring about the team, and also this changeover, this handover is also affecting the team. So sometimes I don't really blame them, but statistics say so, that this is the worst team ever. And you also know that way back, some teams are not competitive. Now in the Premier League, we've got almost 20 teams who are competitive. I can only say maybe Southampton and Ipswich. Only those two teams. They are not competitive, but they can beat anyone on any given day. That's how difficult the Premier League is. Remember, Southampton almost beat us. You remember Ipswich, they beat us. You remember Wolves, again, they beat us. Those are teams which are behind there. Crystal Palace, you remember, they beat us again. So, I had forgotten that we lost to all those teams. Come on, guys. Hey, we need to improve. I don't know how I'm managing to smile, but what can we do? We need to push the narrative. We need to make the team work. This is United Uncle. I'm also on Twitter. You can follow me also, United Uncle. And please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and share. See you tomorrow after the win. United 2, Fulham 1.